This is a short video to go over the sheets and the forms associated with administering the RECSSA. You'll see on the website a link that allows you to make a copy of the planning team worksheet. When you click the link, you'll see a window like this. For these particular items, you will need a Google account with Google Drive to save these items to. So when you see this message, click make a copy, and then it will open to look like a blank sheet like this. The first tab says planning team. Use this sheet to notate the members of your team. When you meet as a team, you can discuss your strengths, areas for improvement, and engagement strategies. How are we going to encourage staff to complete the RECSSA? What kind of incentives? And identify as a team what some of the needs are for your staff. For example, do you need to go over terminology or what the RECSSA is, why we're doing it as an agency, why it's important, what we're going to do with all the data. And then make a plan and who's going to do what and who's going to do the training and when we're going to send out the form and when do we want the data to come back to us? When do we want all the forms to be complete? And then also on our website, you will see another link that allows you to create and save a copy of the RECSSA tool itself, which is in a Google form. You'll see this page, click make a copy, and then it will open up like this. Yours will be blank, 0 responses. This is all of the domains and outcomes for the whole RECSSA tool. It's very important that you do not add any questions or rearrange questions or change anything in this form. Please leave it just the way it is. And when you're ready to send it out, you can click the link here, like with any Google form, click the little chain icon here. It will provide you a link. Shortening the URL makes it a little more manageable. And then copy that, and you can put that link in an email to staff to complete. Alternatively, if you have in-person meetings and you want to create a QR code, you can do that also pretty easily if you're using Chrome. There are multiple ways to do it, but if you're using Chrome, when you're looking at the form, click on the eyeball button, which is the preview button. And then if you're in Chrome, you can right click, or if you're using a trackpad, it's a 2-finger click, and you'll see the pop-up menu where it says create QR code for this page. When you create that, I'm not sure if the video picks it up, but it will pop up a QR code that you can download or copy or print. And scanning that code will pop open this Google form on any mobile device. Okay, so when we send out the form and then when we get the data back, the responses will populate here in the middle section of the form. You can scroll through, of course, and review them here. But what we want to do for data purposes is open it up in a Google Sheet. The form will automatically put all the raw data into a sheet. So in this right corner here where it says link to sheets, click on that. And you'll get a pop-up here that says either create a new spreadsheet or select existing. The default is create a new, leave that one checked and click create in the bottom corner. And then it will open a new Google Sheet with the raw data. Again, do not change any of the data on this sheet. Don't type or rearrange or do anything. What we're going to do is copy the data here. But before we do that, we're going to download another sheet. You'll see a link that says RECSSA data entry and charts. So again, click the blue button to make a copy and it will look like this. Yours will be empty, of course. Please read the instructions carefully, all of them, and click on the tab here that says data entry. Mine has some data in it. You can ignore that. Yours will be a brand new sheet. Go back to your Google form, or actually go to the raw data sheet. Highlight all the rows that have data in them that you have not copied yet. Go to edit and then copy. And then go to the data entry tab here. And then on the first empty cell, just click in that cell and then go to edit. Paste special, slide over to values only. When you click that, it will automatically paste in there the data you just copied over from the raw data sheet. Again, don't touch any of the other data on here because it's automatically going to populate on our other tabs. If you click on the roles tab, you'll see a summary of all the people who filled out the form in a pie chart and a table. And then there's a tab for each of the domains. This is a leadership domain, and you can see each of the 3 outcomes shown here. And then quality improvement, and the 3 outcomes here for quality improvement. And then the third one, infrastructure, and again, the 3 outcomes that go with infrastructure. And then slide over your tabs so you can read them all. Partnerships and alignment is the 4th outcome, and the 3 is the 4th domain, and the 3 outcomes here that go with partnerships and alignment. And then this last tab totals up all the outcomes for each of the domains. So this is all the data in one table and one chart. You can see leadership, quality, infrastructure, and partnerships. So you're going to share this data in whatever way works best for you as an agency. You can download the charts to a slideshow, for example, or a PDF. And then you want to share them with your staff. Go back to the planning sheet, the planning Google Sheet workbook, program discussion. So this is about getting feedback from your staff. You're going to share the results of all the data with all of your units or departments, and then ask all of the staff in their departments for feedback. Like, what did they think about it? What are some of their ideas? Or what do we do with this data? How can we make some changes that will further support our staff and get us on the road to resiliency? And then you're going to develop an action planning team. The action planning team can be the same team that was the planning team at the beginning of this process. Remember this one? Or you can assemble a new planning team. And again, use this tab just for your note-taking. Notate who is on the team and all the things you're doing and discussing as a team, going over the feedback, going over strengths, looking forward to see what we want to do with all this data. Set some goals for yourself as far as timeline and action plan for the action plan. And then when you're ready, the last tab of this Google workbook is the actual action plan template. Fill out your organization name, the date you're starting, and the members at the top. And then there's a section for each domain. So here's leadership. If you scroll down, there's quality improvement, and then infrastructure, and partnerships and alignment. So each of the sections are the same. You'll list the action item in this column, what you're going to do, who's going to be the lead, which outcome does it correspond to, 1, 2, or 3. And then this is a status column that you can change as you're monitoring. Start and end date, so you project for this item. Any resources that might be required, any potential barriers that you can foresee, and what is the desired outcome? And you can make notes on it if you want. And then the purpose of this is really for it to be a living sheet. So you should be, as an agency, following up on your action plan on a regular basis. For example, it could be monthly at a staff meeting or every other month at leadership meeting. And then make a plan to redo the whole RECSSA process every year or every 2 years, whatever fits best for your agency.